Okay, so Jared and I are gonna make a video. But anyways, before we start talking about that, let's preface it and say we wanted to make a video.
I did learn things.
You and I just got done doing a ruin workshop.
Yes.
With a lady that does some interesting stuff. She makes basically like sigils, ruin spells and ruin bindings and things like that, which was really cool. That was cool.
Yes.
And so we just got done with that, and we're making a video, and you're showing your new tattoo.
Yeah, I asked her when we went to go smoke
You want
a
to show
cigarette.
everybody your tattoo you got last week, your 8-hour tattoo.
Oh, brutal pain. She said the face was super done well.
You want to talk about who your artist is and stuff?
Corey James.
Corey James. I think it's...
Corey James Tattoo.
Yeah.
To be exact.
What's the name of his studio?
Lost Edge Tattoo.
Lost Edge Tattoo in Austin, Texas. And so you were who's in the tattoo? So for people who don't know,
Odin.
it's Odin.
Wooden.
So anyway, Jared and I, we don't make videos too often anymore because Jared decided that he wanted to quit his.
Took a break. Long break.
Took a break from his Wednesday adult autism group. So we're not in the car very often together anymore for long periods anyways. But today we happened to come to this ruin workshop, and you just got this tattoo last week, and it's healing up well. And you showed it to her.
She's like,
because you were asking her about the Odin's eye. Instead of making him one-eyed like he should be, you put the, what do you call that?
Vegvisor.
Mm-hmm. You want to show it?
Yes.
It kind of doesn't. Oh, yeah. So you had the Vegvisor put...
Instead of the scar.
Put on his eye.
So he could see the path, because he's blind in that eye.
So you were asking her about it, because she was saying that people shouldn't really tattoo ruins on their body.
And I'm like, wait, well, yeah, she says you shouldn't do that. I'm like, what? I just got
so you asked her about the Vegvisor, and then...
She's like, what?
Yeah, and then she was like, she looked at it, and what did she tell you? Because you were outside during the break.
When she looked at it, she said it's very...
aggressive.
Mm-hmm. But then I was like, well, that's because when I was 17, I had surgery on my arm. So it meant a lot in that form. But then I lifted up this shoulder, and I said, well, there's that one, too.
Mm-hmm. So she thought it was aggressive.
But now it makes more sense, because when she saw this side, there's the gentle side, and there's the tough side.
Your left side. Well, it's an injury, so it's a way for you to sort of transmute and be that.
Oh man, with that injury, it hurt like 1,000 times worse.
Right, but I mean, but it was a pain that you chose.
I toughed through it. That was freaking brutal.
Yeah.
I wanted to pass out like the whole time I was doing. I was like, oh, it's just a billion times.
Yeah, but I mean, it really sort of like, even just demonstrates, that's the warrior side, even though Odin wasn't necessarily the warrior, the people themselves, were kind of a warrior culture, spiritual warrior, right? But anyways, going back to this workshop, let's talk a little bit about it. How was that for you?
It was good.
I felt like we didn't go enough specifically into the ruins themselves and like their meanings and what the actual symbolization of it is and the name of it, and that we didn't really do that at all, hardly. So that made it difficult to connect with what she was saying, I think. Right?
Yes.
But I thought when she started doing the ruin bindings, with the names, and that was really cool. I could see you being really good at that since you already, do a lot of sigils and work with a lot of symbols and what is it, light language or whatever you...
Yes.
So you already have like a really good sense of that, making symbols and drawing symbols, and so you'd probably really be good at that.
But I learned new things about the ruins, like why they're so edgy.
Mm-hmm.
It's because they carved it in wood.
Oh, yeah.
They couldn't make circles and stuff.
Right. Couldn't have soft edges or rounded edges. Right. Well, and they're magical. You know, that's the thing. I mean, that's probably not new information to you, but it's pretty cool to learn about them in that context, you know. They carry a magic and energy, right? And I think that's why she was saying not to put it on your body.
Carries a lot
Yeah.
of energy, but a lot of energy going in this arm.
Right.
Because it's broken, it's damaged. There's too many holes to repair it. I could only do so much to repair it.
So when we got to draw a rune out from her basket, which one did you draw? Did you look at it?
Yes.
Oh.
Where did I put it? I put it somewhere.
In your jacket pocket, or?
Maybe. What did you get?
Mine's in my pocket. you'll have to hold it up because I cannot do it and drive.
Give me a minute. What color is yours?
Kind of like a pinkish color.
Yours is that one.
That one. What color's yours?
Yellow.
Oh, cool.
Oh, it's in my pocket. Mine is. Oh, the camera's right there. Mine is that one.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Well, it's easier to see it from this side.
That's like the one we didn't work with today at all.
I know.
There's mine.
Oh, yours is that one. I couldn't see it in the light.
That one.
Located at 1604
The crossy looking
281,
one,
open
which
7
we
days
talked
a week.
about a lot in the
Correct
class.
course for every step you.
Actually, let me get it the right way because it could. There you go.
Yeah, very cool.
Here's yours.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's bigger.
So I had a dream about you last night, and it's really interesting because it sort of piggybacks on a dream that I had about you maybe like 2 or even 3 years ago, between 2 and 3 years ago. You know, it was such a vivid dream. It's one of those ones that you just remember and remember and remember.
Oh, I have those type of dreams where I've been having one for like 8 years and I still remember it to this day because I'll have the same dream again.
Mm-hmm.
And I get a teeny bit farther in the dream.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool. Like an unfolding story.
Yes, that I had for like 8 years.
As your story unfolds.
Yes, I guess.
Well, in my dream last night, which was piggybacking on the dream I had similar of you 2 or 3 years ago, we were like in some sort of thing that was really high up, almost like a cable car or something, you know, like a, what do you call those, tram or something maybe, I don't know. Anyway, it was suspended really high up in the sky.
I know what you're talking about. I just had the word in my head, but
So it was suspended up.
trolleys.
It's like a tram or something, you know, but I don't really know if it was a tram because I couldn't see like how it was suspended, but it was just like this metal box that was suspended. It was really high up in the sky. Okay, yeah, you can come in front of me, sure. And wow, this guy does not know how to drive. Whew. And okay,
Dude, where is he?
I don't know. He really does not know how to drive. And anyways, there was like no sides to it, and you kept like standing on the rail, the top of the rail, like you were trying to balance yourself, all crazy like. And I kept thinking, you're gonna fall. Why are you doing that? You're gonna fall. And you just kept doing it. You would jump down and then you jump back up, and you're like balancing, and we were so high up, like it totally would have been fatal if you would have fallen.
Oh, boo.
You know, and I wasn't like really scared, but I was just like annoyed that you were like intentionally trying to like antagonize us by.
I do that
like,
anyway.
Like, you know, being ridiculously dangerous. And then all of a sudden, like, because it's moving, this thing that we're in is moving, and it moves to this weird like contraption thing that was below, and you like jumped off, completely jumped off.
YOLO.
And then you grabbed onto this, like, swinging thing. I don't know. It was really a really strange dream in a lot of ways.
No, not here. There.
But I'm just telling you about it because I'm wondering
never mind.
what the hell you think that might...
Well, you can turn in there, too. Gas station.
Well, I can't get over now because these people are... You really kind of last minute me on that.
I've been telling you yesterday.
Anyway.
You guys keep talking while I'm in here.
There's nobody to talk to except myself.
You're talking to the people.
There's nothing to say.
When they see
okay.
you.
All right, you go get
They're
your damn
viewers.
cigarettes.
They want to hear you.
Well, anyway, you made me stop and so you can get yourself some cigarettes.
Cigarettes. And now we're leaving on their journey to the store, bookstore that I've been wanting to go for.
Half price bookstore because you want to do what? Look at comic books.
Oh, no problem. Comic books. Everyone has their nerd out. You know, you do your things. But you have a car, so you can do your things anytime you want. But me, I have to wait and say, yeah, maybe this time. And then I'll wait this time. And then say, you're like, okay, try this day. And then we'll try this day. And then you're like, no, let's try this day.
So anyways, back to what we were talking about. How was that workshop for you? Do you want to go back to the part 2 and learn about divination with the ruins?
What's divination?
Like using them like tarot cards, you know, where you can get answers from them for your personal life.
I mean, I see why not.
What's her teaching style? Like something you feel like you could work with, or?
It was interesting.
She's an interesting lady. She's like an old hippie, right? Old hippie lady. She's an interesting lady. I mean, you know, I was just thinking of her compared to like how Grandma was or how Great Grandma is. You know?
She's nothing like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like being at that age, being elderly, being an elder, you know, just having so much different perspective.
Why are you using
on
keywords?
life. Oh, I don't know. Just because that's what she is.
She's old. You're using keywords on this subject.
So, well, anyways.
Yes.
I'm taking you up north here to this half-price bookstore.
Is that what you wanted to tell us?
No, but we're almost there, so we can't record this for too much longer. But the thing while we're still recording that I also wanted to ask you about or talk to you about is I was thinking the other day about how you were in the ICU and you had that experience, you know, the one time when you were in there for several days.
The one I was in there for like 8 days?
And it wasn't 8 days. You always like exaggerate. It gets longer and longer each time.
7 days. It's technically 7
It's
days.
like 5 days, but anyways, you were in the ICU had a near-death experience and all of that. And I was just thinking about, like, how, you know, what was happening, you know, how remarkable that was, actually. What was happening, like, on my end of things, like, what I was experiencing, and then also what you woke up and said that you experienced in your life. And I was thinking, you know, wow, you know, you realize that really was a shamanic initiation, right? What you went through. Did you know?
I never wanted to come back to this freaking earth.
I know, and that's one of the things I was thinking about, you know.
I was just
How-
thinking
'cause
about this the
you
other
and-
day.
You and I didn't, you were thinking about it too?
Yeah.
How weird.
Yeah, I was telling,
you and
I was
I-
telling
we-
my friend how it sucked that you're basically dead and you're telling this person that technically doesn't exist but exists in some other way, and you're telling them you don't want to go back because it feels so perfectly, like, what's the word?
Content.
I don't know, perfect in this light space.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden you wake up because he's like, you got no fucking choice. You're coming back to Earth. Bam! You wake up and you're like, oh, everything hurts and everything sucks again.
So there's a lot to that, to your experience of that. You know, like even in physically, there's a lot to that, you know. And then spiritually and how that fits in, and also the visions that you had in that state, the experiences, interactions that you had in that state. You and I have we've only talked about it based on like your experience. We haven't really fully flushed it out. We haven't fully talked about that still.
I remember waking up and we were going home. I was tripping balls, the medication and stuff. Woo! I was seeing things. It was weird. I mean, those experiences.
Well, that part. But I didn't get to talk about my side of it too, you know, how I knew that you had crossed over to the other side. And I knew that you were meeting, you know, with guides and elders in higher realms, pleading with them.
See, you're
not,
using keywords again.
not-
You're doing it.
Well, I don't know what's key word about it.
Guides and elders.
Guides.
Guides. I didn't talk to anybody else except one thing. A voice. You didn't get to see anything on that side. You don't get to see anything. There's technically a non-existent human form. It's just a voice. That's all you get. It's just a voice. There's no physical form.
Well, maybe, yes, okay. Okay, yeah, that was your experience, of course. But what I'm saying is I didn't get, you and I, there's a lot of stuff that was left unsaid between us about that experience and my end of it. How I experienced it from my perspective is all I'm saying. Anyway, to make a long story short, because we're just about to get to where we need to be, what I was thinking as I was thinking about this is that, you know, that was a shamanic initiation. And, you know, we haven't really ever talked about it in that context. And I was thinking, you know, part of the urban shaman is to connect elders. There's that key word again. You know, with initiates. You know, and you would be considered a shamanic initiate. You know, because you're not in shamanic practice. You're not an elder. You still have a lot of years, you know, to go through stuff and. You know,
that's if
all
I
that.
consider myself a shaman.
Yes, exactly. And that's something else that I really was thinking we should talk about.
I'm more into, well, my religion is more complex because I have the whatever religion where you believe in multiple gods.
Well, shamanism isn't a religion, but yes, I understand what you're saying.
But it is a religion.
So, okay, so before we go, I have this idea that for the urban shaman, I do a practitioner spotlight where I interview a practitioner. I thought, you know, it would be really cool to do an initiate spotlight where we start spotlighting, highlighting people that have had initiatory shamanic experiences. So I thought, wow, you could be my first interviewee. What do you think about that idea?
Depends on the questions you ask.
Well, I want to talk about this experience that you had in more detail and figure out how you've made sense of that and what you want to do with that in your life, how it changed you, or
well, obviously
all
it
that stuff.
changed me because when I pee,
my
dick likes to leak.
I'm not asking you that like right now. I'm saying on a spiritual level. From an initiative. Yes, we don't have to talk about it now. I'm saying, are you open to having like an actual interview that I can publish on the Urban Shaman where we talk about this?
I don't care. You can do what you want to do. It's a free country.
Well, what do you want to do?
I don't care.
Okay, so you'll like schedule it and you'll be my first interviewee.
Why do we have to schedule it? What are we doing it live?
Not live, but just
Make
to
it
make sure,
sound
just to
weird.
make sure that like you're ready, because I know you get in these moods and you
Definitely not in the morning.
you don't want to talk per se.
You're gonna have to do it
so-
in the afternoon when everyone's out
Okay.
of the house.
So if we schedule it, then you know it's coming and you're prepared and you're less moody
Moody.
about it. Maybe. What do you think?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it. Awesome.
Sure.
All right. Well, Jared's gonna go smoke a cigarette, and then he's gonna go in Half Price Bookstore and look at comic books. I'm
Yes.
gonna go into the
Comic
occult, spirituality
books.
section and
'Cause-
check it out.
Because shamanism.
The
Is
shamanism.
a cult.
The shamanism
That's
section.
what grandma says.
So, all right, you guys, thanks for watching. And hey, check out the Urban Shaman. I think Jared and I are onto something, and he's going to be my first interviewee for a new segment that I think that is due time for. I'm excited about it, where we talk to actual initiates or people that are potentially initiates and find out how they are processing their initiatory experiences. All right, peace out. Bye.